Good morning. Welcome back to Cheyenne Life. This is Debbie, and I just wanted to give you a little update on mid-August gardening here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And as you can see, I had mentioned, I think it was the last video, that my zucchini plants and straight neck squash had slowed up, but they have now picked back up again. I just harvested these two zucchinis this morning. My yellow straight neck squash is still, I wouldn't say it's taking a break, but there are yellow squash on it that are not quite ready. They're probably about 4 or 5 inches long, and I do like them to get a little bit larger than that. As you can see, I prefer my zucchini to be pretty large when I pull it, and it's still very tender. And I'm not real sure why this one came out with some stripes. Could have got crossed with something, but I don't think so. But anyway, so that's my zucchini this morning. And I'm just go ahead and take a little tour of the fall garden, because here in Cheyenne, fall actually gets started way earlier than usual for the rest of the country, I believe, or probably a little bit later for some parts of the country. But anyway, this was my lettuce patch that I had planted earlier last week. And unfortunately, it just does not look like that it's going to come in very well. And it's probably because the temperatures are so high. So I will replant that and see if anything comes out. But as you can see, where I had planted the beets, you can see the beets there. They're actually doing quite well. They're starting to get their 3rd and 4th leaves, and will be probably shooting up fairly quickly. And this morning I came out very early and went ahead and trimmed off all of the bottom leaves on my Brussels sprouts, because I do have, if you can see, little Brussels sprouts that are coming in. So it looks like we will have a nice harvest of Brussels sprouts. And the carrots, as you can see, are all down at the base of the Brussels sprouts. If you can hear someone talking, that's actually my daughter. Her son is in the pool right now, outside, because it is about 82, 83 degrees right now. And he wanted to go ahead and get outside and in the pool. And this is the basil that I had tried to get seeds off of. That has now started growing again. So maybe it will have some seeds, because I did start getting other seed heads on them. So I'm hoping to get some seeds off of these to save for the next season. Elvira, that's my dog. No, she's picking on the other one. And that is my sweet Italian basil. And the chives did not come in very well from in this container, but there is enough started that they will spread pretty quickly anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. And that's my little growing rack with my mint, my marjoram, foxgloves, hens and chicks in a pot, and lavender. And the lavender is actually starting to fill out towards the back. So that is very good, because a lot of people have said to keep it in a round shape, so that way it doesn't have any of the woody section showing, but it looks like it's going to fill out anyway, so I'm not worried about it. I don't care about the round stuff. And that is my fuchsia that is behind the front door, and it has taken off since we replanted it. We put it in a different pot, used a different soil, and it is coming out all over, and as you can see, blooms just all over the place and beautiful. And this is the jack-o'-lantern that we have closer to the front door of the house. There really wasn't a jack-o'-lantern area or pumpkin area. This just happened to be. That was my flower garden, and we're starting to slowly convert it over into growing vegetables, because we have a large section here. Let me see if I can show it to you. The flower garden for this house actually goes all the way around the house and is about 8 to 10 feet wide, given on which section that you're in. And then in this particular section, it's about 25 feet wide. As you can see, it goes all the way to the back. So that would be a great area to have more vegetables growing. Although we do have a tree here, I have found that the growing of lettuce and stuff like that at the base of trees works out pretty well because it keeps them shaded and cool. And as you know, lettuce tends to like cool weather better anyway. And I do see a weed in there I need to get pulled. But all of our flowers are still just doing beautifully. And we just keep the heads that die back on the petunias pinched off, and that keeps them growing and blooming. And then the acorn squash is taking off.